it comes to narcissistic individuals, they are who they are. Their personality creates their reality. And part of their personality is they feel entitled to do as they please, leading them to be some of the most manipulative, exploitative people that you could ever meet, because they lack the empathy to care for how their behaviour negatively impacts you or those around them. They're just looking to get their needs met by you. And with their grandiose sense of self and the belief that they are special, they are usually selling an illusion not only to those around them but also to themselves as who they are as a person, depending on that individual narcissist. So you can have the somatic narcissist that's all about the looks and the body and the charismatic charm. You can have the cerebral that's all about the intelligence. You can have the vulnerable that's all about the sympathetic attention, and the grandiose that's all about look how amazing I am, and the compassionate that is willing to, on the outside, seemingly be so helpful when they're actually just manipulating the cause. When it comes to narcissistic individuals, though, one running theme is that they do not take responsibility for anything where they're going to potentially come up against negative consequences for their actions, for anything where they might lose their supply. When it comes to cases like this, a narcissistic individual will go all out to pass the blame. They're going to look to find a scapegoat to take the fall for their behaviour, so that they don't have to take responsibility for their behaviour. And so in their head, they can be, see, it's not me, it's them. Because they perceive themselves to be perfect and everybody else is imperfect. They'll see their imperfections in you. A narcissistic individual will go all out to cheat on their partner, move straight in with somebody new, and blame their partner for the breakdown of the relationship. They will accuse people of being bitter, of being jealous, of being envious. They will be highly toxic to be around their children, or they'll not show up for their children, yet they'll claim the other person is the one that's alienating them, so that the other person takes the fall for the narcissist behaviour. They'll not financially provide for their children unless they want to look good, yet they'll accuse their ex of the one who is being greedy, so that they can continue to get away with their behaviour and to exploit people so that they can get their needs met by people. So a few things a narcissistic individual will blame you for. And one of the first of these is their problems. They don't want to deal with their problems. They want everybody else to deal with them. They want everyone to sympathise with them, to help them, to support them, but they're not willing to help themselves. Therefore, they continue along that same destructive pattern of behaviour, and they continue to blame all outside sources so that they don't have to look internally, so they don't have to do the hard work within themselves. Their mistakes. Now, we all make mistakes in life. That's how we learn, and it's not always pleasant making a mistake. However, a narcissistic individual doesn't learn from their mistakes because they go all out to blame everybody else for their mistakes. It's never their fault. It's always somebody else's fault. If they hadn't, I wouldn't. You made me do it. Anything and everything except take responsibility for their own behaviour, because they will blame everybody else for their toxic behaviour. It's never anything to do with them. They will claim that somebody deserved it in some way, or if you'd have just paid them enough attention, or you know what I'm like. They're going to go all out to make you feel responsible for their behaviour, so you end up walking on eggshells around them, and they continue with that hurtful behaviour because they just continue blaming you. Their lies. They will blame you for them lying to you, so they can arrange to go to a party and not inform you because they didn't want you to go, or because they were up to something they knew might end the relationship with you. And then when you inevitably find out about the event and ask them, they just say, oh, I didn't tell you because I didn't think you'd want to go. So you question yourself, and not them. I didn't tell you because I knew you'd overreact like this. So you are led to believe there's something wrong with your reactions to their actions, rather than it's their actions that are in the wrong. They will go all out to blame other people for their cheating. So if they still want the partner they are with, they will claim the person that they cheated on their partner with wouldn't leave them alone, was obsessed with them, just wouldn't leave them alone. They had no choice but to cheat. Or if they're willing to discard you for the new, they will claim that it's your fault because you weren't paying them enough attention that they believe they're entitled to. And no matter how much attention you pay a narcissistic person, it's never going to be enough for them. They're always going to want more. They will blame you for their emotional outbursts. And with their hypocritical behaviour, their double standards, they will go all out to provoke you, to wind you up, to frustrate you, to bait a reaction out of you. And when they get one, they will stand back, act all shocked and blame you. Wow, what's wrong with you? Somebody's had a bad day, haven't they? Because they feel better about themselves, that you're the one that's now stressed and full of resentment and full of anger and full of frustration. And they will bait that frustration within you by simply not answering a simple question or answering a question with a question to cause that anxiety and frustration and depression so that you negatively react out to them. Yet you know your behaviour is wrong, so you question yourself and it becomes a pattern. So you wonder who you're becoming and who you are as a person and not what they're doing to you. Yet when they have an emotional outburst at you, that's your fault. You shouldn't have wound them up. You know what they're like. So you carefully tread around the things you say and do around them. Yet they don't care what they do around you because they just go all out to blame you. So you're the one that's left feeling like you're the one that's causing all the problems within the relationship, be it a relationship with a narcissistic parent, a narcissistic friend, a narcissistic partner, a narcissistic adult child. They don't want to take responsibility. Avoid those who make you feel responsible for everything that they do wrong. Anything you noticed a narcissistic individual blame you for, please do add those into the comments with people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have 3 books out on Amazon, 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People if you cannot go no contact, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and how to create physical, emotional and psychological boundaries around narcissistic individuals in order to protect yourself. Thank you very much for watching. Go out there and create the day that you deserve because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.